Obviously, things didn't go our way.
Tony, 94 yards to go with a freshman quarterback. What's going through your mind as you get ready to take that field for the last drive?
You know, just take what they give us. And, you know, we came out in the second half and knew we were going to have to run the ball, get Chase settled in, try not to put him in any tough situations. And we were able to run the football. And they kept giving us the weak side run. And so what I was thinking is, please don't take it away. So we have to go to something else. But now those guys had the heart of a champion. And then they've got us in a situation on 4th and 6. We had a false start there on 4th and short, which we probably were going to convert there. He backed us up, man. And Chase came in and he throws a strike. T converts. And but another big play out of Chase was the pull on a split zone. You know, he saw pressure coming, pulled it, and had a positive run. So biggest thing was to make sure that we're trying to be sound, put him in a situation to be successful, and let's lead with the run because the running backs were hot at that time.
What did you tell Chase at halftime?
No, really. I told them all. I asked them, do they want to win the football game? And every man in the huddle said yes. And I said, well, look, it's not going to take us being a heroic performance. Just go out and do your job. And I said, look, we're going to have to settle in with the run. We're going to have to lead with the run. And then obviously, Chase, you're going to have to make plays when they present themselves. So basically, mostly talked really to the entire offense and said, hey, if we want to win this game, let's just get out of our own way. And that's what happened in the first half. We just, we kept stubbing our toe and weren't able to put points up. And then they found a way in the second half to get a couple field goals, and then they found 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Was there anything structurally in Syracuse's defense that allowed you to run for so many yards, or was it more of just they're going to try to stop the run and you grind it out?
You know, I think, to be honest, our guys, and I'm anxious to see the tape, but I thought our guys imposed their will there in the second half running the football, because technically they had 7 in the box just about every play. They were playing a lot of one-high structure, and so when you tried to get to the perimeter, they had a guy out flanking you on both sides with the structure that they have. But, the guys did a really, really good job. We knew they were going to bring some interior pressures. We knew they were going to make some linebacker alignment adjustments, and we knew that if we could communicate it and be on the same page, then we would actually gain a hat back and get us in a situation where it's more 6-on-6 as opposed to 6-on-7.
Somebody imposing your will.
Words what Travis Etienne meant to this team today.
He just continues to be himself. And he runs hard. He refuses to go down. He takes some chances, but more times than not, when he takes those chances, they pay off big. But really, really proud of him and the way that he ran the football. I'm really, really proud of Choice and Taven as well. I think the fresh legs there in the fourth quarter, paid a difference. Probably would have liked to get in Feaster and maybe Choice a couple more carries. But Travis had the hot hand, and we were in a situation where we needed our best guys in the game, and that's why he got the amount of carries that he did.
Have you ever seen Travis that determined? I mean, he seemed like he was just running with a different determination.
He always runs like that, and obviously I think the situation in the game, what was on the line, people are going to notice that a little bit more. But if you watch him, every time he touches the ball, it's like he's desperate. He's desperate to get yards. He's desperate to make a play, and I think that makes Choice and Feaster better. And hopefully this is going to be something that sparks us as an offense that we're close. If we can just stop, coming out the gate slow and shooting ourselves in the foot, we have an opportunity to be special.
87 yards there for him in that fourth quarter. What does that say about his conditioning and to keep producing like that?
And I said it before, but I think he learned from last year. I mentioned that going into the semifinal playoff game late in the season, he was a young guy, didn't understand the importance of conditioning his body in the summer. So hats off to Coach Batson and him himself, just of making sure that he understood the importance of taking care of his body, because that's when you win games in the fourth quarter.
Tony, do you know what Trevor what happened?
They put him in a concussion protocol just to be safe. But in the second half, he was doing good. Was in the locker room, looked like he was doing fine. But obviously, you got to be safe with that situation.
After that penalty,
not that I'm aware of.
After the penalty, and it's 4th and 6. You're thinking, I've got to make it an easier throw for Chase. But what's running through your mind right there?
Well, they had done a good job in the second half of mixing up what they were doing. We were pretty dialed in on them in the first half in their third down situations, whether they're going to go one high or 2 high. And then when we jumped offside, we felt like, the last couple of third downs, they changed it up and played a little bit more 2-shell, try to confuse you with an odd look. So we knew we had to get our best call, and regardless, and even there, we struggled with a little bit of protection there in the second half, but it was our best call to give us an opportunity if they were to drop out and try to give us a cover 2 look, which they did, so to speak.
And it wasn't an easy throw, though.
No, it wasn't an easy throw, and that just goes to show you the confidence that Chase has, and just really proud of him to come in and to make that play, and then to read an interior pressure and pull it on divide zone, when if he hands it off, we're going to get tackled probably in the back backfield or at the line of scrimmage, he pulls it, he rushes for a positive gain, which keeps us on the attack, gives us an opportunity to go score points.
How many plays? I mean, how much work did he get this week?
He got a pretty good amount running with the second team, but still, he hasn't been in there with game experience, and for him to come in there and the moment wasn't too big for him. He came in there, he ripped some nice slants, especially back to back there on a drive because they were loaded in the box and we needed to throw it. And he knew where to go on the interception. It looked like the receiver kind of stumbled coming out of the break. So he knows the offense. Biggest thing is just put him in that situation and trying to grow him up, and he grew up today.
Does it make the 293 yards rushing more impressive considering you were doing it with Cervenka at right guard and Pollard at right tackle?
We tell those guys that there should be no drop-off. Those guys have battled and are deserving of playing time, and so it doesn't matter who's in there up front. We got to have the mindset and the expectation that when we call a run or a pass, that we got to execute. And obviously, the biggest area to improve from this game is just the pass protection. I thought we gave up too many sacks there, and I'm gonna look at it. Some of it may have been trying to extend plays. I think that last one there on Chase was, we had a draw called and they gave us a look very similar to what Trevor did at Georgia Tech. They gave us a look. We checked it to a run. They kind of bluffed us. Once we checked, they checked. They checked out of the look and they had a better call. We should have just threw the ball away. But overall, just proud of our guys up front. The offensive line took over in the second half and gave us a chance to win.